we've been talking about is the fact that there are loaded weapons, or at least one loaded shotgun inside that police cruiser, obviously with the female suspect in possession of the key in order to operate that black and white. The thinking is that she does have access to a loaded weapon inside that cruiser, and that is why the response to this is not being taken lightly at all. And look at the speeds right now, obviously wide open on the 91 as it approaches. Where are we now, Kevin?
We just passed the 5 freeway interchange. Looks like they're committed to going eastbound on the 91, so we're getting into that Anaheim area here. Once again, freeway looks very clear all the way out towards the Corona area. There might be a little bit of slowdown up ahead here, but once again, you can see speed still running up in that high end of 90 to 100 miles an hour here. Coming up, just passing, looks like we're going to be just passing Brookhurst, and once again, we've just passed the 5 split and eastbound 91 coming into the Anaheim Fullerton area. So still, the Sheriff's Department is still chasing this. They are still on it, but CHP has been advised, but taking them takes them a little time to get into position for a pursuit that is moving this quickly. So the Anaheim, actually the Orange County CHP, we're trying to get into position here. Hopefully they can catch into it and again stand by once we get nearer to the 57. Skybox trying to get a look through that driver's side window there, but you can see somebody moving around, one person moving around inside there. It is reported that is a female that hopped in there and took off in the deputy's vehicle, but still tracking it about 80, 90 miles an hour here. We're just past Euclid, and once again, we have light traffic up ahead. That carpool lane is pretty well open as you make your way eastbound all the way into the Corona area.
Kevin, thank you. I want to quickly say a big thank you to Sandra Endo, who brought you this coverage just a few minutes ago when we jumped on the air. She is signing off for the day. She's been here, of course, since very early this morning. So it's Marla Tejas here on the desk as we are now just hit 2 o'clock. Kevin Takumi with me to cover this pursuit of a stolen LA County Sheriff's Deputy cruiser. This is the second time that this has happened in less than a week. It was 6 days ago that we saw the other one play out in the Antelope Valley. That one turned deadly. This one on the 91 East, as it has been for a long time now, from LA County now into Orange County. You just mentioned the exits we've passed, and our Extreme Nav technology shows us that we're just passing East Street, Raymond Avenue in Orange County, Kevin. We're also getting word from officials that even though that there are weapons locked up, even though that this female suspect behind the wheel, as we're now off the 91, we exited here, it looks like Raymond Avenue as we're skirting on by, it's come to a stop. Trying to get by these vehicles, Kevin. We understand that it takes a whole other set of keys to unlock where those weapons are within the cruiser. So in other words, this suspect would not have access to those weapons that are locked up, which of course is a huge relief.
Yeah, that is a good sign. You see, now we're getting off into surface streets again here. We're northbound on Raymond. We're in the Anaheim and Fullerton kind of areas. Suspect is driving back and forth using the opposite lanes of traffic here and keeping up those speeds there on these surface streets. Now we're making a turn going westbound on Orangethorpe, and that's going to keep us just north of the 91 freeway here, but moving back westbound. And like I said, this is going to run us alongside in the Fullerton area north of the 91 freeway. We'll be passing through the Fullerton Municipal Rail Yard where they do pickups for Amtrak and whatnot. But you see speeds 90 miles an hour here. We are still on surface streets going by cars that are going about 35 miles an hour. Like they're standing still here. Coming up to an intersection, you see there is a green light ahead now trying to make a southbound turn. Southbound on Lemon, that's going to kind of take us back towards the 91 freeway. So we'll see if this person stays on. is making left turn there.
Yep.
So they had to squeeze around. Now we're on a smaller commercial street here.
Yeah, so it's East
So the
Commercial Street.
airship's trying to get the ground units into this here and trying to see, because this is kind of like a dead end area here. This is a dead end. The only way, I'm trying to look at the map here, the only way they kind of might be able to come back out. So they have also authorized the pit earlier in this pursuit. So this is coming up to a dead end. The airship is calling a dead end up ahead here because it's going to come up to the train tracks. So there's not going to be much more of this.
Yeah, because clearly the suspect doesn't know that she is headed toward a dead-end street, so we're going to see how this all plays out. As you saw the black and white, there's that dead end now into this yard here of, I'm not sure which kind of, some sort of a construction lumber yard perhaps. You see the work trucks.
Yeah, we're in a commercial.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, they're in a commercial yard and
Yep.
zigzagging through this commercial yard here.
Trying to find their way out.
And yeah, just trying to find her way out. Now kind of parallel, on the railroad tracks there almost, and then cut back out. And still, they're talking about setting up a containment of everything here. Okay, it's about almost getting stuck in the dirt here. So they're trying to block off the exit and make sure that she is not able to get out of this. Hopefully they're going to try to contain this in the yard here.
I hope so. I hope that they've now blocked off the entranceway with other black and whites. It's going to be... they've just...
Okay.
Nope. Of
They're
course,
going to
we've
try
seen that multiple
they weren't
times.
able.
And they were not able to block off the entranceway. So while we thought that was going to be a surefire way to end this, it doesn't. Oh, there's the pit.
Okay,
there's the pit.
they're trying to pit it there, try to get it to come around.
The suspect trying to make her way back out. Okay, so they have. So now they've got the suspect surrounded right now. Yes, so this is East Commercial Street and North Olive Street, and you see plenty of deputies out. Obviously, their guns drawn. This is a very dangerous situation because she's using the vehicle as a deadly weapon. There are weapons inside, although we understand that she doesn't have access to the weapons. If you're just joining us,
they're going to block it in with another. They're going to block it in with another one.
Yep.
So now they're gonna block it in, and then they're gonna.
Oh my goodness! So this deputy just got out.
He got out of it, but it didn't. Yeah, he got out of it, but he didn't lock it into gear.
He didn't lock it into gear, and then thank goodness he was able to get back in there. Okay, so it's just a matter of time, but extremely dangerous situation. You see all of the deputies now at the rear, guns drawn. It doesn't appear that the driver will be able to carry on, at least in the vehicle. Will the...
No, they blocked it off substantially in front, so there's no way. Even though that other SUV rolled back, the road is completely blocked up ahead. So you can see there's an arrest team that's kind of putting their team together there alongside, as well as a shield. So they may try to come up to the vehicle and just try to pull the suspect out there. They're trying to clear everybody, all the other bystanders downrange of this, what's going on right now, but they don't know if the suspect had it, but it looks like they're going to move in here. They're going to try to, they'll either break the window or they'll just try to open, they can open the door themselves. They have general keys that they can just open the door and try to get the suspect out.
They're going to yank the suspect out.
They're pull her out.
Put her in handcuffs.
Put her in handcuffs, take her into custody. It doesn't look like there's a lot of struggle going on there, which is a good sign. So it looks like the person is just giving up at this point. So deputies putting the cuffs on her, and so it looks like this is going to come to a stop here. And with all those high speeds, I didn't hear of any collisions that happened throughout this pursuit, especially with those speeds of 100 miles an hour or more.
Yeah, upwards of 100 miles per hour, 120 at one point, and plenty of near misses. So, yes, now the suspect is on her feet in handcuffs. We're seeing, as we zoom in, trying to get a better look, but those deputies are now going to cart her off to jail. This all happened at 1:30, and Kevin, do we know? We understand that the vehicle was parked. Was this person stopped by deputies when she stole the cruiser? Do we know?
We don't know. We're hearing that possibly as the call came out on the radio that deputy said someone jumped into their car. This was out of the city of Compton where this all started. So what we had heard initially was that the deputies called out that somebody was into their car. There was a second patrol unit that was with those deputies, so they were able to start the pursuit right off of the bat. But you can see here that person being taken into custody, kind of wearing a security a shirt that says security on the back. So we will have to later get the backstory on exactly who this is, who this suspect is, and what